How's it going, everyone? It is Friday, October 18th, 2024. Let's get into the last pick of the video, which was REXR as a day trade short. So here was the stipulation. I said, look, REXR is looking pretty good. I wanted to see it break through this low of the day right over here, and I wanted SPY to be below VWAP. So when we did get that alert right here at 140, where is SPY 140? So SPY was still making that new high of the day. So it is pretty bearish. We got this maybe new 1-up bearish cross here. Could have potentially taken it at 2. You can see it started to rally up a little bit at 2. Had to retest that level before inching down again, and had a late day sell off. So could have worked. Didn't end up taking the trade because it just became too much of an LPTE sort of day. Wasn't this literally the big chunk of the move happened in that last 30 minutes when sometimes there's usually profit taking, so you may not always see that sort of acceleration late in the day. So ended up being no trade, but that's fine. Let's also take a look at some of the swings we are in, and I'm going to shift to an M30 chart for those swings. So first one is Oracle. So like what I'm seeing here in Oracle, and also, by the way, I think my drawings are hidden, but we can unhide them in just a little bit. So let's compare this D1 to D1. Took Oracle on this breakout. I had to digest some of those gains here. You can see the true move actually began on the 4th. So we actually joined a little bit late in the move. Came back, test this level. We poked below, found some buyers. Had a gap up yesterday with the market. We did sell off, but we actually didn't fill in the whole gap. So there's a little bit of strength there. Looked like we came in today, tested that 8 EMA, and then we are still looking pretty nice. Here's Oracle on the M30 chart. So we got the buy signal. We have this downward sloping trend line coming into play. So if we can get a break up through that trend line, Oracle will be in pretty good shape, I think. So we still have time before earnings. We have still some time. I'm still about a month out to those calls. Liking what I see in Oracle. Okay. LUNR took this stock here right around 842, so about break even right now. This stock rallied up early in the day. We got in on this pullback to VWAP. Stock has kind of rallied up, testing this high again, got knocked back down a little bit. Let's zoom in a little bit to this M5 chart. Seems like there was a little bit of resistance over here, getting knocked back down. We'll see if it can close above that level today, or if it can get above this high. That volume is really skewed up by some of these candles here. We have earnings at 11:12. We'll see if there's any just news coming up over here. Not much here. Yeah, big NASA contract on the 18th. Yep. So, but we digest the gains. We're through this upward sloping trend line. So we're going to give this a little bit of time to cook over here. The main thing I like, and actually this already might be a double draw here. Yeah. Main thing I like about this is, look, we're in this upward sloping channel. Tested the bottom of the channel, found some support, started to rally up, and through this downward sloping trend line. So that is a nice entry point. All right, so market today, longer term D1 basis, we are still continuing this rally up. So here's the break of that old all-time high. We got this break up in mid-September. Market compressed for a little bit, started to rally. Now we're seeing we got a red candle here that sold off. Gap up here, filled in some of the gap, but not all of it. So there's a little bit of selling pressure here. The momentum is waning a little bit. I'm watching to see if we start. I'm really watching to see if there's any signs of, sideways action over here, right? So if this red candle, see how this high was gobbled up pretty quickly, that tells us that we're still look good to go on the bullish side. Here, We got this red candle. We got this new high. Got smacked down over here. So today it's kind of the make or break day. If we're able to get above this high, then I think we still have a chance to continue that trend. But if we don't, which I think is more likely, I think we may test perhaps the bottom of this range, hit that 8 EMA maybe around 580, and then we'll have this new smaller range of $5 ATR range here. So that's what I'm looking at on a shorter term basis. Fundamentally, technically, again, nothing has really changed. We're still bullish on those fronts, but we're just timing up these shorter term cycles. So, you know, here's one place here. Okay, get in on the dip, ride the move up. Here's the lower high, get in on the dip here. You know, ride it up, compress, 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 breakout, ride the breakout here, take gains. So there's windows to strike, and then there's windows to do nothing. So I think we're approaching the window where we want to slowly probably start taking some of our gains off on our shorter term swing. So I'm going to look to more day trades right now then. Earnings season is coming up, so potentially some earnings time spreads. But we have Lunar, we have Oracle. Those are the two ones that, you know, we're kind of riding out, and then potentially taking some profits here on the next kind of leg up on these stocks. So I got a couple of tags. Let's see what is looking good today. I always like to start with some of the post-earnings stocks. So Netflix, nice move post-earnings. Big gap up over here. I've been trying out the 1OP cycles on stocks. You can see especially when the stocks that I like to trade for day trades, really high volume, really high volatility, and 1OP can really nail these moves. So here's a great example. So we're inching up over higher over here. We got this 1OP bearish cross coming in, right? We compress, 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 and then we actually start to get that rollover. So there is actually a bearish, it's like a bearish divergence here. And on my chart, if I look at, let's go to custom, or I know you can't see this, but on the searches, I can actually sort for stocks that are in a 1OP bullish divergence. So here's one that's on one right now, which is Team. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, so this is a nice breakout on Team. Breakout, test, 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 test. Lots of tests of support. Let's zoom in a little bit to this chart. Lot of tests of support here, hitting that 200 SMA, breaking through this downward sloping trend line. Some volume is coming over here. So let's look at this M5 chart. Is there any volume coming in? There's some decent volume coming in. This is a nice move on Team. So this is a pretty good pick, honestly. I like what I'm seeing in this stock. And if I were to draw this trend line, maybe something like that. So nice little breakout over here. We zoom out over here. Here's our flagpole. So here's the move. Up, 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 up. Come back down, test this. Now we got room to this high over here, maybe 195. We also have some relative strength. No sell signal or buy signal just yet on the M30. If we look at the M15, also missing a buy signal, but that should come online pretty soon, I'm expecting. Yeah, we got the exit, so nice move up here, compress, 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 move up higher, and we got some room to over there. So Team could be out of the pick of the day, and I just found that on the divergence search. If I look on the M5 chart, right, you can see here's the move down here, and then here's the bearish cycle that it didn't do anything, and now we have the bullish cycle moving up higher. So that's an example of some stuff I'll be using. But let's zoom in into this shorter term time frame. I just want to get a sense of what's been going on these past couple of days. So we have this flat open here, rally up, compress for the rest of the day, flat open over here, or sorry, gap up. We actually rally a little bit, so this is a bit of an odd day here, but we rally a little bit. Maybe the M5 is better for this kind of detail. Yep. So gap up, come in here, check the bid, check, 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 double bottom, start to go up over here, and then we are inching up higher. Flat open, sell off on ASML news, and then we have a bearish trend day. So here's the first bearish trend day in that series of days. take that out to clean up the chart. Okay, so we get the bearish trend day. Flat open here, we test the bid, and then we're starting to just grind up higher today. So we've established support pretty early in the day, and this was the key tell. We had this red candle that came in strong, and then we actually formed this higher low. We got another check here, and then we immediately gobbled it back up, and then we got that breakout to that new high. Again, one more check of that high, and then once we got that check, we had some pretty decent buying, and then a buying climax. Gap up, filled in some of the gap here. We got the little poke here, filled in the gap, and then a strong bounce here. Stalled for about 90 minutes or so. Then another check of that gap. So I said yesterday, look, if we stall over here, this is actually mildly bullish because we got this gap up and we actually held on a light volume day. So neither, sellers aren't super eager to short before earnings. Buyers aren't super eager to buy before earnings. Now we're breaking through this downward sloping trend line. Again, we got this check of the bid in the morning that held, and then we're slowly starting to rally up higher. So right now, not a lot of side has a ton of control. This is a day where, again, you just need one good trade, a lot of volume, great relative strength, and a great entry near support. So here's the test. We got the test, smack down. I mean, this is just garbage, awful, terrible volume here. It looks like there was kind of a big bid fighting over here. Some volume coming in. I'm not sure if there's any news on some of those candles or not. Could just be a really large order. Let's skews it up. Now we broke through this high of the day, and then we're unable to get through. One up piece cresting, so might actually be a decent time to find a good short. But I'd err on the side if you're uncomfortable, just not really trading or doing anything today. All right. So I mentioned team. Let's take a look at a couple of other nice picks for today. JBLU is one. So this had a really nice move, and this is a beautiful divergence. So here we got the one up peak cross, and then it actually diverged up. So we're diverging. We got this bearish engulf. So far, we're able to eat it up. But nice move over here on JetBlue. Here's a D1 chart, by the way. We're breaking out through. Here's the initial move, actually, starting here. So here's a move from support, breaking out through some of this high plus trend line, horizontal support around 750. So big break of that support on that stock, which is pretty choppy. We do want to see and make sure that this holds. That's why I don't want to chase, because this is a pretty decent. This is a pretty significant level of support at around 750. So after that break, honestly, even if I put something like here, right, this second line, broke through it here. No retest so far. So it tells me that we may see a retest. It could be today, could be tomorrow. Excuse me. So, wait for a little pullback, wait for it to find some support, gain some relative strength, and then that is when we want to strike over there. Some other stocks that were strong early in the day, shedding the gains, IONQ. That was a nice one. I remember seeing that on this reversal. Didn't end up taking the trade because already had a couple of bullish positions. Rise up higher, and then we're actually pulling back here, shedding away some of those gains in the stock. Piton was looking decent, broke out over here. Now it's shedding some of those gains. It's just these LPTE days, right? If you don't get in the first like 30 minutes, a lot of these strong stocks, here's looks like our volume climax on this candle right here, volume climax. And then we got another, we test, poked up. As soon as we poked up here, slam. And then now we are selling off, exit signal. So yeah, shed some of those gains. So we're gonna look for anything that's really moving here. I think crypto, that's a nice move on coin today, actually. Beautiful move on coin. Through the 200, through that horizontal resistance. Buy signal, just steadily grinding today. Chop, 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 chop. Enter on a pullback. You can sell into strength. Yeah, coin doesn't look too bad. Does not look too bad. Let's see what else we can find. Drug continues. Let's take a look at this crazy guy. I mean, what a move on this stock. CG has been nice for a couple weeks now. Yeah, super nice here. Just responding, I think, I don't even know. Is this a financial stock? Yeah, asset management, but these asset management stocks have been doing, this has been doing really well. As soon as we got this breakout of compression here, or this upper sloping trend line, I mean, that is a beautiful move on that stock. And it starts to get extended through that 8 EMA and through this level here. All right, coin. Let's taking a look at some of these ones. This is my basic relative strength search. So stocks with relative strength, stocks that are above their SMAs, above their AV/WAP/Q or E, sorry, and have some good volume today. At least average volume. And average volume at this point usually means that it'll end the day with some high volume. Hut, it's a nice little D1 reversal, right? We got this test, 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 little triple bottom, breaking through horizontal resistance. Some decent volume today. It looks like it hit that level here. Trying to get through that. Not bad, but not the best. We want to settle for the best. IVZ, not IVS, IVZ, not bad. KGC, MSTR. MSTR's movers. Looks like we tested this, not prior breaker. This is the prior not the prior all-time high. All-time high is over here at 200. So we are testing that all-time high. Ooh, this is a beautiful move here. Test, 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 compress. Get the breakout. Super heavy volume here. And then we're off to the races. So that is a nice move on MSTR. And we do have room to the new all-time high. Yeah, I mean, that is a beautiful move. We broke through the trend line, compressed for a little while, now starting to gain some relative strength. We have a fresh buy signal here. I do like MSTR. This could be my pick of the day. I think this is going to be my pick of the day. So our pick is going to be the MSTR. We'll take a CDS here. Maybe get in on a little, so we have this cycle. And then, by the way, look at this 1OP cycle too. So here's our bearish cross, right over here. And then we get our bullish cycle right here. So bullish cross, and then we actually get the price action confirmation on the way up. So beautiful move on MSTR. And I love the volume coming in on the stock. So I'm going to wait for a pullback and then probably take a CDS for next week on MSTR. I think that's going to be the trade of the day here. That's the wrong one. Let's go to my YouTube picks. So MSTR. I'll let you know which CDS I end up taking here on this guy. Remember, this is a pretty dead market. These stocks are moving in cycles. So look, I missed the gate on this cycle. I would have loved to get in somewhere on here, 209, and then take maybe $3 into that move. Would be extremely happy with that trade on that stock. But I'm going to wait in here and then probably take a CDS for next week. We'll see what it comes down to. Could be something like the 210, 212.50 CDS. See how it looks like. But that is going to be the pick of the day. So thank you for watching, everyone. MSTR CDS next week. And I will see you all actually on Tuesday because I will be out on Monday. So we'll take a look at how that CDS did on Tuesday.